Welcome back to Lionhearted. Tell me something. Have you ever been excited about a new idea, plan, or goal and couldn't wait to tell everyone, only to find yourself stuck, demotivated, or even criticized later on? When we share our plans too soon, we open the door to opinions, doubts, and even negative energy from others. Even if they mean well, people's comments can create confusion or make us second-guess ourselves. And sometimes, just the act of talking about your goals can drain the excitement and momentum you need to actually make progress. But when you keep your plans to yourself, when you move quietly and let your actions speak, you stay focused, protect your energy, and avoid unnecessary distractions. There's a certain power in silence. It allows you to nurture your ideas until they're strong enough to stand on their own. In this video, we'll focus on why it's so important to keep your goals private, and how this strategy can help you live a more successful, peaceful, and fulfilled life. The danger of telling everyone your plans. Imagine this. You're excited about a new idea or goal, whether it's starting a new business, working on your fitness, or any major life change. The first thing many of us do is share it with someone close to us. We want that validation. We want to hear, wow, that's a great idea. But sometimes that's not what we get. Maybe they say, are you sure that's the right move? Or, what if it doesn't work out? They could even bring up their own experiences or fears, unknowingly projecting their doubts onto you. And before you know it, that initial excitement you had begins to fade, and you're left second-guessing yourself. This is how well-meaning opinions can plant seeds of doubt in your mind. Even if the person truly wants what's best for you, their words can make you feel like maybe your plan isn't as solid as you thought. And then there's the other side of it. Sometimes, when you share your plans prematurely, you open the door to negativity, jealousy, or skepticism. Not everyone is going to be happy about your growth or your ambition. You know that person who always seems to have a negative comment or downplays your achievements? Yeah, we've all encountered them. Sharing your plans too soon gives these people a chance to inject their doubts, their cynicism, or even their jealousy into your journey. They might say things like, you think that's going to work? Or, I know someone who tried that and failed. And when you hear enough of this, it can start to weigh on you. Their negativity can mess with your mindset, and suddenly you're carrying around baggage that wasn't even yours to begin with. But here's something else that happens when we talk too much about our plans. We lose energy. Think about it. You have this great idea, and you tell everyone about it. You feel pumped in the moment, right? People might even be hyping you up. But what happens afterward? You feel accomplished, like you've already done something, when in reality, nothing has changed. It's almost like your brain tricks you into thinking that just by talking about it, you've already made progress. And what does that do? It takes away the urgency to act. There's actual psychology behind this. Studies have shown that when we talk about our goals, we get a sense of satisfaction and validation, which makes us feel like we're getting closer to our goals, even if we haven't taken a single step. It's like celebrating too early. The excitement you had to do something starts to fade because your brain thinks you've already achieved something just by speaking about it. Here's the trap. When we share our plans prematurely, we invite other people's doubts, negativity, or jealousy into our process. We give away the excitement and energy we should be using to take action. And most importantly, we can fall into the psychological trap of feeling accomplished just by talking about our goals, which means we might not work as hard to actually reach them. The benefits of keeping your next move to yourself. When you keep things to yourself, you allow yourself to stay laser-focused on what truly matters, taking action. Let's talk about focus. When you're chasing a goal or working on a new plan, the most important thing you can do is take action. It's so easy to get distracted by other people's opinions, advice, or even their excitement. But here's the thing. Those distractions can pull you off track. When you keep your plans to yourself, you don't have to deal with all that outside noise. You can focus 100% on what needs to be done, step by step, day by day. No one else's opinions clouding your judgment. No unnecessary advice, pulling you in different directions. Just you, your goal, and the actions you need to take to get there. Another huge benefit of keeping your next move to yourself is the peace that comes with privacy. When you're not constantly explaining yourself or justifying your goals to others, you experience so much more mental clarity. Fewer opinions mean less mental clutter, less anxiety. Think about it. When you share your plans, you might feel like you have to meet certain expectations. You might start worrying about what others think or whether they believe in you or not. But when you keep your goals private, you take back control of your mental space. You're no longer influenced by other people's doubts, skepticism, or even their expectations. And protecting your mental energy is key. When you shield your plans from outside influence, you give yourself the gift of calm confidence. You get to work from a place of inner peace, knowing that your progress is yours alone. There's no pressure to impress, no need to explain, and no fear of judgment. You can just focus on doing the work. In that quiet, you can hear your own instincts more clearly. You can trust your gut and make decisions that align with your vision, without second-guessing every step because of someone else's input. This calm confidence is what leads to real progress. Now let's talk about the power in moving silently. When people don't know what you're up to, they can't interfere. They can't discourage you. They can't project their fears onto you. You're free to build, grow, and make moves without anyone getting in your way. There's something so powerful about letting your results speak for themselves. Imagine the surprise when people see the finished product, the success you've achieved, without knowing how you got there. It's more impactful to show them what you've done than to spend time explaining what you're going to do. You don't need to announce every step. You don't need to justify every move. In fact, sometimes the quiet ones, the ones moving silently behind the scenes, are the ones making the biggest impact. Here's the best part. When you keep your plans to yourself, the results speak louder than words. You don't need to tell anyone what you're working on, because when you show up with success, it does all the talking for you. And the truth is, people are far more impressed by results than they are by promises or plans. Surprising people with your achievements feels so much more satisfying than explaining what you're hoping to accomplish. It's a powerful moment when you can say, "Here's what I've been working on," and see their reactions. They didn't see the grind, the late nights, the setbacks, but they see the success, and that's what matters. When it's okay to share, and who to share with. First and foremost, if you're going to share your goals, it's critical that you have a small, trusted group of people who really support you. These aren't just casual friends or people who are along for the ride. These are people who genuinely care about your success and want to see you thrive. Think mentors, close friends, or a partner who knows you well and believes in what you're trying to achieve. What makes this group different is that they give you constructive feedback without tearing you down. They're not going to question your abilities or fill your mind with doubt. Instead, they'll give you honest, helpful advice that's rooted in wanting to see you succeed. They'll point out areas where you can improve, but in a way that lifts you up instead of making you second-guess yourself. These are the people you can trust with your goals, because their feedback comes from a place of support, not competition or negativity. Now let's talk about timing, because timing really matters when it comes to sharing your plans. You don't want to share your goals too early, when they're still in the idea phase. Early ideas are like seedlings. They're fragile and vulnerable. When you share them before they've had time to grow and solidify, they're exposed to criticism, doubts, and outside opinions that can easily throw you off track. That's why it's important to protect those early stages of your vision. Instead, wait until you've made substantial progress or reached key milestones before you start sharing. This way, you've already built some momentum and your plans are much stronger. You've put in the work, taken action, and now Even if someone questions you, it won't shake your confidence. You've got something solid to stand on. Here's another important point. When you do decide to share, focus on sharing your successes, not just your plans. When you've already achieved something, whether it's a major milestone in your project, hitting a goal, or seeing real progress, that's the time to let people in on what you've been working on. By that point, your success speaks for itself. You're no longer just talking about what you're going to do. You're showing people what you've already done. And that has so much more impact. Sharing success creates a different kind of energy. Instead of people giving you advice on what to do, they'll be impressed with what you've already accomplished. They'll see you as someone who follows through, someone who takes action. And that's a powerful place to be in. How to stay disciplined in keeping quiet. Staying disciplined in kinkiki is to practice self-control. This might sound simple, but we all know how hard it can be to hold back when you're excited about something. You want to tell someone, anyone, about your big plans. But here's where self-control comes in. When you feel that urge to share, take a moment to pause. Ask yourself, is this really the right time to share? Do I need feedback right now? Or am I just looking for validation? Often, we want to share because it feels good to have others get excited with us. But remember, sharing too early can bring in doubts, negativity, or unwanted opinions. So, catch yourself in those moments and remind yourself why keeping quiet is the smarter move. Self-control is like a muscle. The more you practice it, the stronger it gets. Over time, it becomes easier to hold back and stay focused on taking action instead of talking about your plans. One of the best ways to stay disciplined in keeping quiet is by finding other outlets for your excitement, and journaling is a great way to do that. When you feel the need to express your goals, write them down instead of sharing them with others. Your journal becomes a safe space where you can fully explore your ideas without outside influence. Writing down your goals allows you to get all of your thoughts and feelings out without risking judgment or skepticism. You can use your journal to reflect on your progress, brainstorm your next steps, and even celebrate your wins. This way, you still get that release without needing to broadcast your plans to the world. And the best part? Journaling helps you stay focused. When you write things down, you create a clear roadmap for yourself. You don't need other people's validation because you're building confidence in your own process. Now, this might sound a little funny, but it works. Sometimes it's helpful to just talk to yourself. When you're alone, talk through your goals, your plans, and what you're working on. It's like having a conversation with yourself where you can reflect and get clear on your next steps. I know, it might feel strange at first, but think of it this way. You are your own best ally in this journey. When you talk to yourself about your goals, you're reinforcing your commitment to yourself, not to anyone else. It keeps the focus on you and your actions rather than on what other people think. By keeping those conversations private, you stay in control of your mental energy. There's no need to worry about how others might react because you're the only one who knows the plan. And believe me, this builds a deep sense of inner confidence. Finally, one of the best ways to stay disciplined in keeping quiet is to always keep your eyes on the bigger picture, your ultimate goal. When you're clear on what you want to achieve, it becomes easier to stay silent and just focus on the work. Remind yourself why you started this journey in the first place. Every time you resist the urge to share too soon, you're protecting your energy, your focus, and your momentum. You're giving yourself the space you need to grow and make real progress. Remember, sharing too soon might feel good in the moment, but it can cost you in the long run. Protecting your plans means protecting your future success. Let's take a moment to reflect on the power of silence in achieving your goals, ideas, and plans. There's something incredibly empowering about moving quietly, focusing on your actions instead of broadcasting your plans. When you keep your dreams private, you protect them from outside opinions, doubt, and negativity. It's like giving them time to grow stronger so that when you're ready to share, they're solid enough to stand on their own. Remember, your goals are yours. No one else needs to understand them right now. Protect your energy, stay focused, and let your results speak for themselves. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever had a time when sharing your plans backfired, or maybe even helped you succeed? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. I'm sure many of us have stories to share, and we can all learn from each other's experiences. If you're looking for more tips on personal growth, achieving your goals, and staying focused, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for stopping by.